bung bung. ClayMcMathComedy.com for all my comedy dates, all my comedy deets, podcasts, podcast merch, all you need at ClayMcMathComedy.com. That's CLAYMCMATH comedy.com for everything you need. And if you want to support the show directly, you can just go buy some merch. But if you want to win some of that merch for free, just share the show, show us you've shared it. Once we see that, that's chucked you straight into the draw, the monthly draw to win free podcast merch. And that's a real thing. Try and track someone down that's won it. It's real, it's happened. That's a testimonial. So share the show, tell a friend and tell a friend. Welcome to the Poddy is also obviously brought to you by Bung Bung Coffee. This is a premium modern dark roast blend. It's a blend of beans from 4 of the best, the most notorious coffee countries in the world. I'm talking Brazil, Honduras, Peru, Colombia. And in Colombia, you know, they sling a lot of white, but this is that special brown. And it's just as addictive, as tasty, as fulfilling as that white, but it's legal. And I mean, you can give it to your kids even if you want. We don't recommend it here at the Welcome to the Poddy podcast, but you can do that if without getting arrested. I think most of the time. Don't quote me on that. But this is delicious. This is the best coffee. I mean, once it arrives at your door, and I mean, you go to the website bungbungcoffee.com, that's BUNG coffee.com, you place your order, it gets delivered to your door and changes the whole smell profile of your house. I mean, your house starts to smell delicious. It smells like someone's baking cookies in your house. You're like, I didn't put cookies on. It's like, oh, that's that Bung Bung coffee, that sweet, chocolatey aroma, and that sweet, deep caffeinated coffee in my belly. Now that is something that we're all chasing. So if you want 15% off all orders, that's 15% off all orders, big or small. You enter promo code PODDY because you are a beautiful Welcome to the Poddy listener or podler. You get 15% off if you enter the promo code PODDY. That's PODDY. PODDY, 15% off at bungbungcoffee.com. Let's start the show.
Welcome to the party. Best show on the internet. Ask anybody. You know it's easy money. Sit back, relax, get your headphones, everybody. Welcome to the party. Blackout in the booth. Every episode's a party. We go hard like Ricky Bobby. Tell a friend to tell a friend. This is Welcome to the Party.
Welcome to the Poddy. Bung bung is your man Claytron, aka the Big Boss Man, aka the Clumsy Jeweler, because I'm always dropping gems, aka the Milkman, because I always deliver, aka the PhD of podcasting, the Magnum PI of podcasting, the Captain, the Kate Upton of podcasting. Yeah, because when I get on screen, I don't know how to act. And we're back, baby. We got no board man today. He's on annual leave once again. It's his birthday as I film this, as I live and breathe. It's his birthday. Shout out to the board man. Happy birthday to him. So it's just me. We're going solo again today. Yes, it's the last episode of the Welcome to the Poddy podcast. Not much happened, man. A lot of watching football. Went and hung out with the board man on a Saturday, which is always nice for hanging out outside of the studio here. So yeah, we caught up, had a barbecue at his place, brought the young boss, the apprentice, brought him along, and he loves it. He loves being he loves being here at our house, but he loves being anywhere that's new. He loves exploring a new place. And he's been to board mans before, but yeah, he just really was feeling himself, man. So we went there, watched some footy, had a barbecue. I cooked the barbecue. Board man's not a big cook. He's not a big cook, but in saying that, he does like to cook a barbecue. But when I got there, I didn't take over. I didn't bully him into it or nothing. He just sort of was like, I'm not good with timing. If you can cook if you want. And I was like, I love a utensil in my hand, no home loans. So I got to cooking. I got to cooking, I got to marinating, and everything was looking real nice, real proper, and it worked out for the best, the very, very best. We ended up having leftovers Sunday, Monday, killing it, because, it's hard out here. It's hard out here with inflation, bro. It costs like $40 for a whole chicken with no marinade on it. And that's unsourced. It's all unsourced here at the Welcome to the Poddy podcast. But damn, it's like you're just trying to get a full chicken in your house that you got to dismember and all that by yourself. Like you got to carve it up once it's cooked. It's got a whole carcass and everything. And once it's cooked, you can't even feed it to the dogs because dogs aren't even supposed to have cooked bones, only raw bones. And that's a fact. That is sourced. So if you're a dog owner accidentally giving your dogs cooked bones, cut that shit out immediately, expeditiously, So yeah, we did that, and that's pretty much it. Then the rest of the week it's just been what it's been, man. I've been grinding, doing the editing and all that. The Oppenheimer episode was a lot of editing. It was a full episode on one movie. So to get that down into a 1 minute clip of film review is a task. I did it, obviously. I'm the man, so we figured that out. But man, yeah, it's been pretty low key this week. I've got nothing really to talk about. So what we are going to do is jump straight in to Clay's reviews.
Comedy, action, or horror. Will this movie win an Oscar? Set design, directing, acting, lighting, or costumes. This segment is Clay's reviews.
Watch the movie, man. It's been a bad week for movies. I've been home all week watching movies with Rachel, my girlfriend, and she likes shitty movies, dude. And so we watched a movie called Playing It Cool. And I'm not doing deep dives into any of these. My snack for I think all of the movies was Tim Tams this week. Was it related to the movies? In part, yes. The depression was hitting me hard from having to watch this crap, and I had to fill my body with chocolate to combat that, to stop myself from unaliving myself, essentially, from watching this shit. So this first one was called Playing It Cool. The main character was Chris Evans. It's one of the worst rom-coms, okay? It tries to be artistic in a way. It's got a narrative. He's a writer. His friend loves literature, and he leaves this book around to be inspirational. He writes a message in the front of this book, and he leaves it around like at cafes and stuff all the time to try and spread the word of this book. And that's supposed to be a romantic, right? And then this guy, Chris Evans, he's a writer, and he wants to write an action film, but they've got him writing a rom-com, and he's very cynical. He's very cynical, and his heart is cynical. He's gone through it in the past. He's not sure that he knows how to fall in love or that he even wants to. Okay? But then every time there's like a scene and they're talking about love, there's a cutaway to him dressed in a suit, all dressed in black, smoking a cigarette in the corner, and he's black and white. And that's his heart. That's his cynical heart. And that's supposed to be, I guess, artistic. No, thank you. No, thank you. It was trash. It was trash. It was actually, there was mad chemistry between Chris Evans, and I forget the name of the other actress. I will look her up. Michelle Monaghan. They had mad chemistry, and that kind of saved it from being absolute chaos, but it still sucked, man. It still sucked. And that gets a nasty 3 out of 10. The jokes were so bad. The jokes, they were trying so hard. And there's nothing wrong with being a try hard as long as you're good at it. Or no, you know what? Even if you're bad at it, trying hard is a good thing. But like trying hard and thinking you're like prolific, maybe. Or even, trying hard and being bad at it. Sometimes you try hard, be bad at it once, get out the game. Try hard and be bad at it 2 times, joke's on me. Shame on me. I don't know. I'm ciabatted, bro. Yeah, so that was a 3. No good. Bounce to the next movie here. Happiness for Beginners, starring Ellie Kemper. And she's got another TV show that's on Netflix. I forget what that's called. The Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. And that sucks too, bro. But this movie, Happiness for Beginners, garbage. She was trying to be sincere, bro, sincere for the whole film, and she doesn't do sincerity. She's a comedic actress, and sometimes people can do it. Steve Carell can do it. Robin Williams. End of list. There was a couple of times where she broke out of the pacing a bit, and because she's used to that, that like sort of sitcom speed, and it didn't work, but it's not her fault. She was trying to get it to work, and it didn't work, and she wasn't believable as the character she was. Her character sucked, so apologies to her if she wrote this. It just wasn't good. There's this like sort of Asian, maybe Mexican, maybe Hawaiian. I don't know, bro. I wasn't wearing my glasses, but I was being racist. But he was my favorite character. He's also in Superstore, gay guy, very camp, I don't know if it's camp. Are you still camp if you're gay? Or is camp like when you act gay, but you're not gay? Anyway, this guy's for sure gay. And if he's not, maybe he's camp. But he was my favorite character. He's just silly and sarcastic and super. How gay people, not all gay people, but a lot of gay people have that same sort of sense of humor. He had that. And he's got it in Superstore. And I liked him. He was my favorite character. But yeah, this shit sucked, bro. 4 out of 10. This one is the one with Kate Upton that you can go ahead and delete off of your streaming services if it lets you, bro. It's called The Layover. And it's got her and my girl crush. I don't know if you call it a girl crush if you're not a girl, but maybe I am. Gender is fluid, and maybe I'm a girl today. So my girl crush, Alexandra Daddario, she's in Baywatch. She's got brown hair and piercing blue eyes, and she is just absolutely gorgeous. And, Alex, if you're listening, I will leave my family for you. Straight up, let's do it. I'd never do that, but let's just, have a romp in the hay or something, man. And Kate Upton, man, I've always liked her. I think she's pretty cool. I think she's a cool dude. And I don't know if she's always this bad at acting, but I wanted to rip my eyes out of my head and shove them up my own asshole when I watched this movie, dude. This was horrific. The storyline as well, like from the moment they get on a plane, maybe 10 minutes into the movie, they start fighting over this guy, and he says something, and I'm like, oh yeah, I know exactly what's going to happen here. And what happened? What I said. Too easy, dude. Too easy. Make me earn it. Make me figure it out. Don't give it to me. And that one, I think they were trying to throw a curveball. I think, some dum-dums would watch it and not think of it straight away. And that's fine. And they'd probably give it a higher score. Me, I don't think so. 1.5 out of 10. And it gets a 0.5 because Alexandra Daddario is in it, and she was holding it down. She's a great actress, and she's absolute eye candy, bro. My eyes turned to straight up diabetes, dude. Watching Alexandra Daddario is so sweet. That is not the end of Clay's reviews, because I've been watching The Voice this season. The only season I've ever watched the show. I'm not a big TV guy. There's too many ads. And for real, there is too many ads. There is more ads than television. They sometimes have a blind audition, right? Go to an ad break, come back and do like a bunch of whatever and go to a break before there's another audition, which is diabolical. But I digress. I just want to talk about one episode, the first episode. So if you've got 7+, you can go and check this episode out, and you don't need to watch the whole series. It's fun. I love all 4 of the judges now who I've never really been that familiar with. Okay? Rita Ora. I couldn't name a song of hers off the top of the dome right now. I know she's got some bangers. I know she's friggin' cute and also a girl crush of mine all of a sudden now that I've been watching The Voice. And I love her. Jason Derulo. I don't know anything about him other than he does this. Jason at the start of every song. But you know what? Good on him. That's branding. He had some bangers when I was in college. We used to listen to Jason Derulo for certain, bro. Love him. I'm all into him. The gay, he's definitely homophobic, and they've somehow managed to communicate that without trying, but I've picked it up. Every like drag act or gay person, he doesn't like go over and shake their hand or hug them or nothing. And hey, I'm not trying to call out Jason Derulo, man, but it's nuts. He's American. He's probably brought up in church, praise God, PTL, praise the Lord. PJ, praise Jesus. I've got a friend named PJ. I don't know if that's short for praise Jesus or not, but it could be. And if it is, amen. But, Jason Derulo's not about that life, bruh. Shout out to Jason Derulo though, JD. Come on the show. Come on the show and we can talk about whatever you want to talk about. I'm all for it. I love you. I love all the judges. Jessica Malboy, she's a cutie. She cries all the time. She's mad emotional. She's wearing the ugliest dress I've ever seen anyone wear, and that's real. But she has a beautiful soul, and I love her. Guy Sebastian. Now, I didn't like him back in the day because I didn't like people winning song contests to start their careers. So I didn't like a Kelly Clarkson. I didn't like a Guy Sebastian. And that's pretty much all I know. But I'll tell you this, Guy Sebastian, I want to be his friend. He seems like a sweetie. He is so well spoken. You usually say that about black people, but this guy is Malaysian. Unreal. And I've got a story about Guy Sebastian. Kind of. Guy Sebastian adjacent. Man, his brother, Jeremy, used to compete for a girl in high school. Her name, Ella. I won't give her a second name, okay? I don't want to be letting too many cats out of the bags here at the Welcome to the Poddy podcast. But Ella was dating Jeremy, okay, already. And I came in and I went to school with Ella's cousin. And I was like, hey, yo, your cousin is bad. Can you hook me up? And she's like, who, Ella? Yeah, she's beautiful. She's actually got a boyfriend, Jeremy. He's actually Guy Sebastian's brother. I was like, I don't give a fuck whose brother she is. Give me her email address. I want to add her on MSN Messenger tonight. And that's what I did. And we talked for years. And it was fun. She was a very nice person. We never hooked up. I think we met maybe once or twice, but I was trying to steal this guy's girl, and I did for a second. She broke up with him for a microsecond, said she wanted to be with me, okay, but this is the days before we had cars and all this. She was up north girl, I was a down south boy, so it wasn't realistic. I don't catch a bus. I don't catch buses, baby. I catch feelings. She does that, breaks up with him. He adds me on Facebook Messenger. on Instagram Messenger. No, what's it called? MSN Messenger. He hits me on MSN Messenger. We start to chat, and he's like, "What? What's going on?" He plays basketball. He starts telling me he's better than me. I'm like, I doubt it, sucker. I'm the motherfucking man, all right. And I believed it, and I knew it, and I was. And he's like, "Can you dunk?" I was like, "Can I dunk, bitch?" Dude, I can dunk my sack in the rim, I was bouncy back then. I was feeling myself, bro. I was like, I'm about to take your girl, all this. Anyway, long story short, I didn't end up taking his girl. But that's not even the end of the story. So I didn't get his girl. And then I'm friends with this other guy from basketball, George, a.k.a. Emso. So if you want to look up Emso on YouTube or something, he's a rapper. And he's freaking good too. And he had a song with Jeremy Sebastian. I got mad at Emso. I was like, dude, you putting this motherfucker on a song? I was trying, we got beef over bitches over here. And he was like, damn, what? That sounds delicious. Because Emso is he's African as well. So beef over bitches is probably a mad delicacy over there. I'm not sure, but he's like, oh shit, oh, like I had no idea, but like Jeremy's got a mad solid voice. And I was like, yeah, maybe not as good as his brothers though, you know, the winner of Australian Idol, Guy Sebastian. And anyway, all these years later, this was all high school shit. All these years later, I'm now dating or in a serious relationship with a child. No, I'm not in a serious relationship with a child. I'm in a serious relationship and with child. We've got a child together is what I'm saying, with Rachel. Anyway, Rachel's friendship group, all of a sudden, bang, by proxy, Ella is back in my life. She's a friend of Rachel's friend. And she has been to our house and had a freaking bonfire, dude. It's lit. And that's mad Adelaide shit for you. That's small town shit. People are like, oh, small town, what do you live? Like, town of like 40,000 people? No, 1.2 million people. But that's the vibes. That's the vibes. You try to steal a girl in high school, she's going to be at your house roasting marshmallows and shit when you're a father. And that is how the world turns. But again, I do digress. And we're back at The Voice. Dude, I just want to talk about this episode because it made me cry so hard. Sensational. Let's go. Let me break this down for you. So this dude, he's like 50 odd. He gets up on stage and he belts out Jesse's girl, right? What can I find a woman like that? Jesse's girl, right? Smashes it. Well, he does fine. He doesn't turn a chair. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you the rules of The Voice. You got to figure that out for yourself. Anyway, he doesn't turn a chair, and that's fine. He did well. And he's Aussie as well, by the way. And so they're like, oh, like, what's your name? He says his name. And they're like, why Jesse's girl? Like, does it mean anything to you? He's like, just a, you know, just a favourite when I was growing up and still a bit of a party anthem. Right? He is like that, bro. That's how he talks. For real. Still a bit of a party anthem? Oh, yes, it sure is. You know, like, just sort of pandering to him, like, get off the stage, nobody wants you, right? And they keep asking him questions and like, oh, what made you come to The Voice? Is like, well, my daughter, she's a great singer, and you know, she lost a bit of her confidence after a couple of knockbacks, and I just wanted to show her, you know, I'm 53, I'm giving it a crack, and if I can do it, she can do it. And I'm like, is that your daughter over there? They've always got like family members standing over to the side of the stage. And like, yeah, that's her. And they're like, oh, what? Wow, like what do you think? Like, how do you feel after seeing Dad? And she's like, yeah, like really good. Like, he's great. Like, do you feel like you could do it? I'm like, yeah, I think so. Like, really? She's like, yeah, I think so. I'm like, oh, like maybe next year or this year. Like, have you signed up? Like, oh no. Oh, like, oh well, it's never too late. It's never too late, right? This is Guy. Guy's facilitating the whole jandle. I don't know if this is written or not. If it is, genius. If it's not, miracle. Okay. So guys are talking to the daughter now and saying like, oh, like, would you do it if we can get you on? Like, obviously you can't go right now because we can't know that it's you, right? Sonia Kruger, the host of the show, she's like, let me talk to upstairs. Bang, she gets in the earpiece. She's like, yeah, can this girl get up? Shanae or whatever her name is. And she says yes. Or that, yeah, she's like, yep, upstairs. The producers have said it's all good. But she can't come back on now. It's got to be later. Then bang, okay. Later in the episode, she's back, but I think it's like a week or two later, right? But in the episode, it's the same episode. And she gets up. She gets up on that stage. And she fucking belts out Chandelier by Sia. Now, I'm no musical genius, but I know that's a hard song to sing. I sing it once a week. I don't know the words because she like mumble raps on the start of it, right? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Right, and then after mumble rapping, after she goes full, Sprite, lean, she belts out, I'm gonna swing from the chandelier, And yeah, I'm smashing it, but I'm not smashing it like Sia does. Okay, now check this out. Google Sia Chandelier live and it'll come up with her performance at SNL. Absolute masterpiece, okay? Swing back. This girl, Shanae, she goes on the stage and she smashes out Chandelier. All 4 of the chairs turn and they all recognize her. Bro, they cut to the dad and he's, what do they call it? Babbling? No, I don't know, but crying his face off, bro. And so what do? What the fuck do I do, bro? I fucking start weeping right there. I start fucking weeping. Couldn't stop, bro. I'm watching this dude fucking cry. I'm sitting there fucking crying, melted Tim Tam on my cheek probably. Milk in my mustache. Fucking crying, bro. Oh, it was beautiful. It was like what a dad, man. He didn't even think he was going to win. He didn't want to win. He just wanted to be like, look, if I can fucking do it, you can fucking do it. If I can fucking do it, you can fucking do it for her. And she fucking did it. And they turned the fucking chairs, man. And she was unbelievable. And that song just in general gives me goosebumps, man. But like to see like a young girl like belt it out like she did. I just, what a talent. And the people, whoever took her confidence, whoever knocked her back, they say that people can't take your confidence, but they can. I've had my confidence taken from me before. And I've taken it from myself. Yeah, that's true. That is true that you can take it from yourself. I've done both. I've had it taken and I've been taking it from myself. I've never taken somebody else's. Maybe. But whoever did that to that young girl, man, with so much talent, man, fuck them. And what a dad to like lead by example and be like, look at this. It is as easy as this. And guess what? You don't have to sign up, but I'm signing up just to show you how easy it is. He signs up. And then she's like, I'm proud of you, Dad. And you know what? I'm going to give it a crack. And then she does. And it is magnificent. And then you've got this old, fat, balding fuck at home, sweating, stuck to the couch with a Tim Tam in his beard, crying so hard. Shout out to The Voice, bro. I don't really rate, competition shows. I like, but that episode of The Voice, season 12 or something, episode 1, 10 out of 10, bro. Shout out to Guy Sebastian for facilitating that. If it wasn't, a staged thing. And shout out to Jeremy Sebastian. You're a worthy opponent. Shout out to Ella. Still fine, by the way. Still fine. Who else was in that story? Shout out to EMSO. Look him up on Twitter, on X, on YouTube, whatever. I don't know what he's on, but look him up. Look up his socials, EMSO, M-So. And he's a rapper. He's dope. That's my man, 100 grand. And shout out to PJ for potentially having a name that stands for Praise Jesus. That was phenomenal, talking about that episode. That girl, man. I hope she wins the whole thing. Unreal. Such a voice. To sing that song. Man. Anyway. I got some listener emails here. So we'll pump these out and then we'll get off of here. And that's a quick episode of the Welcome to the Poddy podcast, man. Sensational. All right. So this one's coming in from Stan. Hey, Slim. Hey, Slim, I've been writing, but you still ain't called. I don't even know the words of that song. I don't know shit, bro. I'm chiparded. So from Stan, this says bombed first time. Hey, boss man, I've been listening to the podcast for years, but haven't seen much of your comedy, just what you've posted on Instagram, but I still have a comedy question for you. So I signed the list at an open mic. I had went to 3 or 4 times after never seeing live comedy. I had written what I thought was a solid 3 or 4 minute bit about the first guy to use sheep intestines as a condom. I practiced it liberally in the mirror. The night of, I got on stage in the middle of the open mic. I got maybe half of the premise out and then rushed through the punchline as if it was a rushed accounting report at a Monday meeting. Cut my time at like 1.5 minutes and then walked off the stage before the host could realize what was going on. I had made some acquaintances at this open mic, so I went outside and talked with them, and they shared bomb stories that I didn't even hear because I felt like such shit. That was like 6 months ago, and with life piling up as well as that, I haven't gone back. There's several other mics in my area, but I just feel like there's no clear starting point of where to go. I tried basically bullshitting my way, but I realized that's a semi-practice performance and I don't know where to go. Bung, bung. You said you had a question for me. You didn't ask a single question, but I'll give you some stuff here. First guy to use sheep intestines as a condom. No offense, man, but it probably been done before. Maybe you can figure out your own little spin on it, but it's that's definitely out there. And if you want to do a joke that is no offense, bro, I'll say it again, but it's a bit hack. It's a dick joke. Hey, guess what? The first time I went on stage, I told a dick joke, so I can't really talk. I still tell it. It's actually quite a good dick joke, but yeah, you want to try and stay away from dick jokes. I don't talk about sex a whole lot. You said you practiced liberally in the mirror. I hope you didn't do an act out. And fuck the stool again. That's a hack. Practicing the mirror is fine. To this day, I'm 4 years into the game now. To this day, I still like to run through my set out loud in time twice the same night as I get up on stage. And, if I'm doing a whole hour, that means I practice for 2 hours that day. So practicing's good, man. You said you rushed it. That's pretty natural. I see it all the time. A lot of people get up and they feel the heat. They feel those bright lights. They feel everybody's eyeballs on them and they rush it. They start just motor mouthing it, man. First time, maybe it's not to be expected. I've seen a lot of first times go fine, but sometimes people don't know what they're getting themselves into. Bomb stories. Yeah, I mean, of course you felt like shit. I still feel like shit when I bomb after 4 years. Now you've got a bomb story that you've just shared with thousands of people on the Welcome to the Poddy podcast. So, we've only got your first name. Why don't you, if you maybe you didn't video it, you probably don't want to video your first time because it can go the way that it went. So probably a good move not videoing it. But if you do have it on video, send it in. 6 months, so you haven't gone back after 6 months, man. Dude, it's comedy. I'm not the one to give advice because I hate bombing. I can't stand it. It doesn't go well with me. It's not funny to me. Shit gigs and bombing are two different things. There will be some crowds that will laugh at the hackiest shit all night long, and there will be some crowds that won't laugh at anything, at the best comedy you've ever heard or at the worst comedy you've ever heard. They just smile or they just don't. They're just not there for it, Sometimes crowds are just hard to swing. This, my man, sounds like it was you, and that's fine. That's fine, but you just got to keep getting up. If it's something you want to do, if this was like a bucket list thing, I would consider it done. But if you're trying to do comedy, be a comedian, you got to get up. You got to keep getting up. Don't do new shit. Do the same shit. Maybe you need to do new shit if you're talking about fucking sheep intestines and that. But just keep getting up. You keep getting up, fine tuning, keep writing. Just keep writing, keep getting up. Repetition, man, and that's repetition of stage time and repetition of the same jokes. You don't get up and do new 5 minutes every time you get up, because none of your material will ever develop and none of it will get better. While you're on stage, you might have to do the exact same thing word for word 20 times before you're like, God, no one ever laughs at that punchline. And you're attached to it, so you keep saying it, but you're like, God, I always feel like shit after I say that joke. It's like, okay, well, it's time to fix it or get rid of it, right? So you need to repeat the same jokes all the time. That's what I'd say, man. If you want to get up, but I can't really tell here if it, don't know. I don't know where to go. Yeah, I think you want to. I think that means you want to get up, and you got to do. Oh, sorry, man. You got to do open mics. You got to pay your dues, whatever. You're not gonna get another gig, you know. You just ate dicks for a minute and a half. You think someone's going to give you a fucking real gig, dude? Get the fuck up at an open mic and keep doing it over and over again. Or don't. There's too many shit comedians anyway, bro. Shout out to Stan. Last one here before we call it a night. Should my boyfriend pay half on birth control? And this one's from Tony. And then, Tony Braxton, Tony Collette, I think is her name. Antoinette is sometimes people called Tony because this is Toni, and she's saying, should my boyfriend pay for half of birth control? Anyway, Tony, hey boss man, just a warning, I'm dyslexic, so sorry if it makes no sense, roast me if you have to, but I just need advice. Well, here's a roast for you. Use a fucking comma, Tony. My boyfriend has been trying to get me on birth control so he can have more fun. She's put so he can have more fun. So she's put that in quotes. So that's what he said. So what he means is shoot the club up. He wants to fucking paint the walls, He wants to spray inside of you, is what I'm saying. Not that I'm, okay, so he can have more fun. Not that I'm not okay with it, but I've been looking for a while, but the hospital staff were really bad at setting it up for me. I just found a different way on Boots and it costs, I think that must be a typo. I don't know. I just found a different way on Boots and it costs £25. Not too bad for 125 pills. So I brought it up with him and he said, you know best, honey. I asked him if he would go half with me because I couldn't afford to do that often and he makes more than me. He just got rude and said, you're the one who doesn't want to get pregnant. And I joked that it would be his magic stick doing it. He just walked off. But he has the same opinions on condoms. If he has to buy them, he says the same thing. And if I give him money too, he won't. He wears them but won't buy them. What the fuck? I think he's embarrassed by it, not sure. But I just think if I have to go through all the side effects, he should help me out a bit, or am I asking too much? By the way, we both don't want kids. Bung, bung. Tony, you're dating a piece of shit. Congratulations. He sounds like an absolute scumbag. I can't honestly say that I've ever helped a girl or girlfriend buy her contraceptive pill. I guess if that's a conversation, due to cost and all of that, and if you guys are like that close, you're living together or whatever, a lot of responsibility gets put on the female. Let's be real, You got IUDs, I think they're called. You got the bar, the injectable. You got the pill. You got dental dam, they call them, or the female condom. I don't know. There's mad options, but they're all for women. Guys get condoms, and they're cheap. They're $1 each. Max. They're less than that, like $10 for 12. You're the one who's going to get pregnant is fucking disgusting, man. Like, you're the one who doesn't want to get pregnant. This guy just wants to fucking spray inside you. I would never in a million years let this guy come inside you again, man. Like, this guy's a fucking piece of shit. You got to break up with him. This is nuts, man. I don't know how to even be funny about this. The fact that he won't buy condoms either is just so, what a pussy. This guy's a fucking pussy. You said pounds too, so he's a pussy and he talks like this, and he's like, I don't want a condom. I don't want to pay. I don't want to pay for your contraceptive pill. You're the one that doesn't want to get pregnant. So he sounds like an absolute fucking twat as well. Drop him. Get rid of him. Get rid of him. He's a fucking piece of shit. And he's going to be, you know what? He gets you pregnant and you think shit's sweet. It's you guys together and you're like, oh, you know, maybe I'll keep it. He's going to bounce on you. He's going to dip. Fuck this guy. Break up with him and get with someone who wants to be responsible and at least buy their own condoms. As far as that question goes, should my boyfriend pay half on birth control? I don't know if it's like an expectation, but like I said, it's certainly an expectation that you take it, right? So maybe it's only fair for the guy to pay half. But like I said, I've never paid half for it before. It is there's more responsibility on the female, and then there's more that the female has to go through. There are side effects to the pill, and there are side effects to pregnancy, like a kid or abortion, which is not an easy situation to go through. You're talking to a man who's, you know, had that experience and not actually had the thing in my body, you know, and that's hard enough, let alone having to do that as a woman, man, like woman, man. This guy sounds like a real piece of shit, but it's hard given, I don't know your situation. I wouldn't expect that if you do break up with this guy, and you fucking should, the next guy that you start dating, I wouldn't believe that it's his responsibility to buy your pill. I think once you guys are in a active sexual relationship and you guys are like pretty serious, potentially long term, then you can say like, hey, do you reckon you could help me out with this expense? But at that point, if you guys are living together, like, don't you kind of think like stuff evens out? Like, if you're not splitting groceries 50-50, you know, you're buying groceries here and there and he's buying groceries here and there, and then we go to dinner and then we get drinks, and it just all sort of evens out. Or maybe it doesn't, but you don't track it. So I don't really think that the boyfriend should pay. I don't know. That's a really hard question, and maybe I sound like a piece of shit. But at least I'm not as much of a piece of shit as your current boyfriend. So think about that, Tony, and say a bye-bye like I'm going to say to you guys. You know what it is. Welcome to the Poddy on everything. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, this, that, and the third. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Just hit that share button and show us that you've hit it so we can put you in the draw to win free merch. All right, it's the same people mostly doing it all the time. We've got thousands of listeners. We've got fucking 3 people sharing the shit. Getting all stocked up for free. So I need all you guys to share the show. All right. Yeah, welcome to the Poddy on everything. Be careful out there. I love you guys. Don't forget to love yourselves. And as always, bung bung.